A very good evening to the dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Shri Unmesh Joshi, Chairman of Kohinoor Group and Educational Trust, Honorable Dr. Ajit Singh, Deputy Director AICTE, Honorable CA Shri Sunil Karve, Chairman of Governing Board of Kohinoor Educational Trust, Dr. Vijay Wagh, Director, Dr. Aliwala. I'm sorry I was not introduced to you earlier. All the successful students of the 2019 to 21 MMS and PGDM batch and their proud parents. First of all, I was a bit surprised and taken aback to be invited for this convocation ceremony. I'm used to speaking at various other business related events, but frankly I do not hold so many degrees as to warrant my presence here. I'm basically an engineer. I was told by my father to pursue my MBA, but I was in too much of a hurry to start my own business. But later on I managed to grab some formal education through diplomas in financial management, then from IIM Ahmedabad and other things. But frankly speaking, that was the reason of my surprise as to how could I be the chief guest at a particular function. तो मैंने बहुत सोचा कि कुछ तो कारण होगा इसके पीछे. मुझे लगा कि इससे सबसे बड़ा कारण शायद ये होगा कि आपके सामने एक उदाहरण रखे कि अगर ये आदमी कुछ बन सकता है तो आप तो इतने क्वालिफाइड हो, आप ज़रूर बन पाओगे. So nowadays I think it is a trend that in many universities, especially in USA, the dropouts of those universities are called for the convocation. I am not a dropout and I have managed to complete my courses, but I am here anyway to as the chief guest. All these young faces, I am reminded of my convocation 30 or 30 years ago. So I know you and your family and friends must have planned some celebration party or something after the convocation. So you do not want to hear any boring speeches. Don't worry, I am here to, as I said, I don't have many high degrees or something, but I am here to give you some practical advice and straight from the heart. As has been told by the lady who introduced me, that in spite of not being a banker, in the last 5 years I have managed to take my bank to some heights. We have not only become India's largest bank, we have become Asia's largest cooperative bank. Ranking in Forbes world's best bank list is not an easy thing. It's not even easier, definitely not easy for a cooperative bank to be there in the world's best banks list. The only other cooperative bank that is there in that list is Rabobank of Europe, and so that is why that was an achievement. 6 years in a row, best technology bank in our sector in India. 5 years. So be it business performance, technology, customer service, we have managed to take a lead. That too without adding a branch or without adding a single employee. And so people wonder how a person who doesn't have so many qualifications is able to do that. And it comes to my advantage that I don't have many qualifications. तो वैसे भी उम्मीद नहीं होती है. But आपके साथ ये तो होने वाला नहीं है. People will expect that you will do well, and you should. Friends, during my day-to-day work, I meet a lot of people. I meet a lot of successful people, and I also meet a lot of people who make mistakes because they are not able to run their businesses or not able to pay loans, and I learn a lot from them. What see, even in my employees, there I have about 700 employees who are chartered accountants, MBAs, ICWAs, and all that. Now, what I have commonly found between those who are successful is that they follow a certain simple principle, which for you, something that you should go back with, something that you should remember, I call FOLATE. FOLATE. FO is focus. All these people, whether it is any individual, whether it is any organization, and in any field, take in music, cinema, sports, business, or anything, people have to follow this principle to be successful. First is to have a strong focus that you want to do this. You cannot have divergence. Focus is what? Lakshya. Oh, that has to be there for you. It cannot, you cannot divert. You have to be very good at your time management, because see, everybody is born with 24 hours. Even the President of United States has 24 hours. He doesn't have 48 hours. So all of us have, so you have to be able to, every now and then, if you are going to check your WhatsApp, you are going to go nowhere. A common thing I see in successful people is all of them use their time very effectively. They might be on social media and other things, but they restrict themselves that, oh, Facebook देखते हैं तो शाम को देखेंगे, or something like that, or they try and get the best out of social media and not waste their time there. So first thing is, if you have to have focus, you have to learn time management. That is how you conduct your day. Everybody starting from here is going to have 24 hours till the end of your lives. But आप में से कुछ लोग हैं जो बहुत आगे निकल जाएंगे, कुछ लोग शायद उतना नहीं कर पाएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि वो फोकस नहीं रहेगा. Now the other thing of FOLATE is LA, that is learning attitude. All these people in any field that I said, what I have seen in common is they have a learning attitude. They are constantly learning from either from their mistakes or from something else. If you think that your education is over today, that is the biggest mistake you are going to get. It is only the start. This is your entry ticket. So you have to have that learning attitude. Let me tell you, I might not have many degrees, but I do not waste a single day without learning. My weekly quota is 14 hours of learning. So whether it is Saturday, Sunday, or during the course of the day, I see to it that I am enrolled in some course or the other. Nowadays, education is easily available. Online, you have Coursera and so many things from which. During COVID, everybody had to sit at home. I sat at home. I got 2 degrees. One from Edinburgh University, where I studied philosophy. One from Yale University, where I studied political philosophy. Not that these are necessary for me to study, but just out of sheer interest, I did that. I don't put that in my biodata, but there are many other things like that which I have studied. Because your education should not be limited. It can be in any field of interest that you want, and it is not necessary only as a prefix or a suffix to your name. Those degrees will not matter. What is there in your head is going to matter. So you should have always a strong learning attitude. Have multiple experiences. You understand? If you are interested in music or this thing, pursue it, because whatever you learn anywhere is going to be useful somewhere else. Let me tell you, in the bank, I am more successful than bankers because I have experience from multiple fields. So I can apply those constructs which I have borrowed from other fields to this field and create something new. So if upon in Marathi, if you say डोळ्याला झापडं बांधलेली असं, if you know that kind of learning is never going to help you. Keep an open mind, learn as much as you can, learn for fun. That will always help you in this thing. I now surprise bankers because now I am in RBI committees also. So the bankers feel, how does he understand this? Because I look at banking from a different perspective, and that perspective comes from a continuous learning approach. Then the last thing, but not the least important, perhaps the most important, out of FOLET is focus, LA is learning attitude, and TE is tenacity. Tenacity म्हणजे काय? चिकाटी. You cannot have धडसोड वृत्ती. आज केलं, उद्या सोडलं. Change jobs. You get a job within 3 years. You are fourth time. If I get a biodata in which if I see a person has changed jobs, 3 jobs in the last 5 years, I will not read further. So you have to be tenacious at whatever you do. Even in business, if you start business, some of you will want to start business, you will face troubles. All days are not equal. In every path that we choose, there are going to be some tough days. But if you are not tenacious, if you give up at that point, you are never going to achieve what you set out to do. So it is very important to do this. Now we often see, sometimes in news we see, is a marathon. All the time, why are these people from Nigeria, why are they winning these marathons? Because of tenacity. They say, no, they are built that way, that is why they are more tenacious. No. At this point in time, there are 10 lakh people in Nigeria who are running more than 14 hours a week. So they have a pool which is, which is tenacious. So out of them, there will be a few who will obviously be the winners. But as a nation, they are tenacious about something, Why does India create so many, people in IT? Because, we have basically created a tenacious pool of people who pursue that. So in your individual lives also, if there is that tenacity is not there, then you are not going to grow further. While doing all this, let me tell you, FOLET, as I said, focus, learning attitude, and tenacity. It is very important to avoid ego, because sometimes if you do mistakes, people will laugh at you or criticize you. Or if you do something good, people will praise you. You should not take that to heart. मराठीत म्हणतात आळवाच्या पानासारखं राहावं, पाणी आपल्या अंगाला लावून घेऊ नये. So stay away from praise and criticism. Continuously, if you are in that learning, you must have all seen Sachin Tendulkar. In all his career, take Sachin Tendulkar, Dhoni, you will see all these elements. Any successful person who comes to your mind, you will always have this. But what Sachin would do, if he missed a ball, he would go to the crease on the side and would imagine in his mind as to how he should have played it. You understand? So he is not hurt that that bowler surprised him or something like that. He is merely trying to learn from it. So, as I said, these are the basic elements. If you carry this with you, this is your toolkit. You understand? The degree is not important. It is how you use that toolkit with the knowledge that you have gathered from the degree. If knowledge is there, but if you do not have a toolkit to use that knowledge, then you are not going to make anything out of it. Friends, here I would like to give you an illustration. For 1 second, imagine we are now sitting in this heat. For 1 second, imagine a snow-capped mountain. Okay, somewhere in Kashmir. Have you brought it to your, in front of your eyes? A nice, beautiful snow-capped mountain, blue skies all around. Now, your degree is the wind that has taken you to that base of that mountain. in that bus or train, whichever has taken you to that mountain, you are either sitting in the first class or second class, which is your, you can say, marks or whatever. It doesn't matter. When you reach there, you are all equal. Now look at that mountain. It's such a nice picture. It's so beautiful. Now all of you are wanting to climb that mountain. When you start climbing that mountain, it will be not so nice and beautiful. It will be cold. All you will see when you start climbing is not the mountain, but you will see all the rocks and the pebbles and all that you have to surmount. It will call for energy. It will call for tenacity. And only when you reach the top can you appreciate the view. You understand? So the point is, your degree is the bus which has brought you there. Mind you, there are many others who have not even caught that bus. They haven't even reached that base of that mountain. They were not lucky enough to have parents like yours who could afford the fees to get this. But now your parents have got you there to the base of the mountain. Now for you it is to do this follett thing and then climb that mountain. This you should never forget, that this degree is your bus to that beautiful mountain. It will look beautiful from afar, but after that you will have to put in whatever is necessary to go on that top. Henceforth, everything will not be romantic. Now you think that from tomorrow life will change. No, it is now there in front of you. Now here I have something to say. Sir, I know my time. I'll finish in 5 minutes. I'm a banker, so I'm aware of paying in time. So, I'll try and restrict myself, but I feel I should share with them what I have learned over the years. As I said, some practical tips. आप लोग में से टॉपर कौन है? टॉपर्स? I don't know if you have given them marks. There must be some toppers, and there must be some average students. Okay, so I have good news and bad news for both of you. For the toppers, let me tell you, you have done well. But that doesn't mean इसके बाद तुम लोग equal हो. Now you are not a topper. Why I'm saying this is, I have seen my next door neighbor stood first in the, was in the merit list in 10th standard, was merit list in 12th standard. You understand? Like me, he also became an engineer, but I couldn't get admission in VJTI, so I had to go to Pune. You understand? My mother all the time used to tell me, look at him, he is coming in the board and you are somehow getting 80 and 90%. How are you going to do anything in life? You understand? But today, when we meet, he says, how did you manage to achieve so many things in life? My answer to him was simple. Boss, life is not a syllabus. Toppers know how to make the most of the syllabus. They know this semester what examination, what paper, what was asked last year and for the last 5 years. But in life, you will never know which question will come to you in which year. For some of you, it will come on the first year, some of you, it will come on the 30th year. So ये टॉपर लोग ये छोड़ देना, ये इससे कुछ आगे चलने वाला नहीं है. Life doesn't have a syllabus, on the spot examination है. And the good news for those who are average, let me tell you, no problem if you are average student. आपके सामने एक average student खड़ा है. क्यों? क्योंकि average हो तो आपके पास भी कुछ skill sets है ना. टॉपर tenacity दिखा रहा है, वो इतना पढ़ाई कर रहा है throughout the year. You understand? And he is getting all those marks. But the average student is also a smart student, sir. I'm sorry, I know I'm not encouraging people to be average, but what I'm saying is somebody who is average in marks does not mean he'll turn out average in life. I'll tell you what are the good points of average students. They are very resourceful. उनको मालूम है किसका नोट्स लेने का है पास होने के. वो पढ़ाकू है ना, वो टॉपर, वो बेचारा मेहनत करता है रोज 5 घंटा इतना. तुम लास्ट जग जाते हो लास्ट 15 days 1 month, बट यू विल टेक द नोट्स फ्रॉम दैट बराबर. मार्केटिंग जबरदस्त है. किससे कांटेक्ट रखने का है, किसका नोट्स मिलना चाहिए अपने को एंड ऑफ द ईयर, यू नो ऑल दैट. तो देखो ऑल दी स्किल्स ऑल्सो हेल्प इन लाइफ. बट आपने भी जैसे टॉपर ने एटीट्यूड छोड़ना चाहिए टॉपर का, तो ये एवरेज ने भी ये एटीट्यूड छोड़ना चाहिए कि हर बार ये काम नहीं चलेगा. ये स्किल है अपने पास, लेकिन वो टॉपर का भी जो ये है गहराई में जाना, उसकी टेनेसिटी वो आपने भी सीखनी पड़ेगी. एग्ज़ाम पास करना एक अलग कला है, लाइफ में आगे बढ़ना कोई दूसरी कला है. वो सीखने के लिए ये समझना चाहिए अपने पास क्या है, और ये भी समझना चाहिए कि अपने पास क्या नहीं है, और उसके ऊपर अगर आप गौर करेंगे, तवज्जो करेंगे, तभी जाके कुछ होगा. सो दिस इज अबाउट द टॉपर्स एंड द एवरेज स्टूडेंट्स. Now one small thing for the parents. You are all proud parents. Your children have now graduated here. My daughter is also 25, so I can empathize with you. I can talk to you in your own language. My only sincere, friendly advice to the parents is believe in your children. Don't think that कि नहीं ये marks कम गिरे या ऐसा है वैसा है, तो ऐसा बिलीव इन देम. इफ यू डोंट बिलीव इन देम, एटलीस्ट बिलीव इन योर ओन जीन्स. दे विल कम थ्रू. टाइम लगता है, जैसा जब आएगा ना वो आपके अंदर जो है वो उनके पास भी है. हर बार लेक्चर देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लेक्चर तो ले लिए इन्होंने कॉलेज में आके, वो आगे बढ़ेंगे, ज़रूर बढ़ेंगे. बी वेरी सर्टन ऑफ दैट. बी सपोर्टिव. लेट देम डू व्हाट दे वांट टू डू. लेट मी टेल यू, एज आई सेड, आई वाज नॉट वेरी गुड एट माय स्टडीज़. मैं कोई एक अगर कुछ चीज़ लेके पढ़ना शुरू कर देता था तो गेटिंग मार्क्स इन द एग्जामिनेशन वाज माय लास्ट कंसर्न. लेकिन मैं उसमें उतना खो जाता था that by the time I was 14, I had read all types of I was interested in philosophy. लेकिन वो टाइम पे क्या था, सबको इंजीनियर बनना है, डॉक्टर बनना है, क्या है, उसमें उसकी होड़ में हम लोग चले गए उस तरफ. So by that time I had read Karl Marx, I had read Adam Smith, I had read all kind, whatever this thing. But my father encouraged me. My mother used to shout at me, ये अभ्यास नाही करत, याचा आयुष्यात काय होणार वगैरे. My father used to say, you will not understand what he is doing. If he is interested in something, now he will put his heart. And I'll read throughout the night. But that helped me in my life, not my degrees. Please understand. So इसमें believe करो कि वो कुछ मेहनत करके कुछ कर रहे हैं ना. मेहनत करेंगे तो सब आ जाएगा. As I said, डिग्री यहाँ तक ले आई है, इसके बाद उनके ऊपर है, और वो ज़रूर करेंगे, ये आप ध्यान में रखिए. अभी one last thing I would like to say is to the students is that whatever you have learned here will never be wasted. You understand? ऐसा नहीं तुम लोग बोलोगे इसको बुलाया है और ये क्या बता रहे, वो नहीं. It is always helpful. People have to start their businesses and learn the hard way. You understand? Now, if you think your course, I have read everything that is there in every possible management book, although I don't have a degree. But these economies of scale, or entry barriers, exit barriers, whatever you have a lot of jargon. But a businessman learns through failures. You understand? Which you already have learned in your textbook. तो आप लोगों को एक advantage है. So that is what I am saying. That whatever you have learned here will never be wasted, but you must always keep in mind that whatever you have learned here will not be enough. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? Whatever you have learned will never be wasted, but whatever you have learned will never be enough. So you will have to keep on investing in this thing. The last thing, which is some advice which people never give at such times, but I would like to share it with you, कि हर एक को वो माउंटेन के टॉप पे ऊपर खंबा वो जाके वो अपना झंडा गाड़ने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं. It is most important to live a happy, contented life. If you enjoy that journey, or if you want to do that, do it with all that thing. Just don't do it for getting a bigger house and a bigger car. You will never be happy. If that journey gives you that, that high, that, attaining that, otherwise your degrees will take care of your life. There is nothing to worry there. But if you have to pursue something, pursue it with all your heart. That is all that I have come to say here to you. I wish you all a very happy life. Thank you very much.